All right, and for this demonstration, I'm going to be making a phone verification to the current landlord. What's going to be different from the previous one is, in this case, I'm going to use an actual individual landlord as the demonstration instead of a property management company. So it's going to change up a little bit how I handle the call. Another thing, I'm going to go through the entire verification sort of uninterrupted, okay? This way, again, I'm just trying to give you sort of the tone and the tempo of the call that we're used to making here. We feel it gets really good results. So I'm going to take you through from the beginning. So in this case, remember, we're calling the tenant's name is going to be Regan Smith, and the landlord's name in this case is going to be John Drake. Hi, is this John Drake?
Oh, yeah. Who's this?
Hi, John. My name is Steve. I'm calling from Rent Prep, and I'm calling to do a resident verification on a Regan Smith. Regan had filled out a rental application and listed you as the current landlord. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I know Regan.
Okay, perfect. So just had a couple of questions for you about Regan's tenancy. The first thing I wanted to make sure is are you currently renting to Regan?
Yeah.
Okay. And since Regan has been there, has he paid on time?
Every single month.
Okay. And has there ever been any neighbor complaints or noise complaints on file?
No, he's been a really good tenant.
All right. And do you know when Regan moved in?
Oh, gosh, maybe
Okay, so 2000 and...
2015.
Okay, 2015 Regan moved in. Perfect. And Regan's still there, right?
Yep.
And when does that lease end?
About July, I think.
Okay, so it ends in July. So Regan's got basically 3 more months until the lease ends. Perfect. Okay, thank you. And what's the monthly rent amount that Regan's paying?
1,700.
Okay, $1,700. All right. And what's the address that Regan is renting from?
123 Candy Lane, Candyville.
Okay. And what's the zip code there?
Yeah, it's 12345.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. And so never any noise complaints, neighbor issues, anything like that. And so sounds like Regan was overall a good renter for you. Would you rent to Regan again?
If he was qualified.
If he was qualified on the screening. Perfect. Okay. All right. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you very much.
Ta-ta.
Bye. So a couple of things here. Again, I'm giving the individual or private landlord a little bit of leeway. I know that they may not have perfectly exact dates. So when he told me that the lease was ending in July, he didn't know the exact date. But in my mind, if this person is coming to me 3 months before their lease end date, that might be a point of conversation that I'm going to have with Regan and say, hey, your lease doesn't end until July. If you move in here, are you going to be breaking your lease? So you want to kind of cover all bases, make sure that you're asking all the right questions in terms of what their current obligation is, when they're out of that obligation, are they current on the rent, what that rent amount is. Again, I should have most of this, if not all of the information on the actual rental application. And more than anything, I'm going through and just making sure that it all matches, it all adds up.